Hello, Stamper friends. While I wait for some of you guys to pop in here, I'm going to try to get myself brought up here. There we go. Let's make sure the volume's down because we don't need to hear me 2 times, right? Okay, let's get... Hello, Melanie. How are you, my friend? Are you back home? Did you come back to the heat to visit us? Because I know you had to come back. You were just, oh, you're still in Wisconsin. Oh my goodness, you're having quite a long vacation. I have to say I'm jealous. But I hope you guys are having a great time. Did you guys run into any tornadoes or, scary weather things there? Enjoying with the windows open. Oh, you lucky girl. Oh. I so envy you right now. It's pretty warm down here. We had all that monsoon and then it's very muggy right now. We're pretty dry as far as, weather-wise. We don't have any like monsoons going on right now. We kind of took the week, or the rain kind of took the week off to let us kind of dry out for a minute. And then they said something about the fact that we might have some rain coming up here the end of this week. So you might just miss it when you get here on Monday. So if you're here visiting for the first time, come in and say hi. Let me know that you're here. I love to chat with you all. Not bad weather. Well, you guys, you knocked it out of the ballpark. You guys are just having a wonderful vacation. That's awesome. So, if you are watching me live, you will see that little red button up there, or maybe it's flipped around because I'm backwards when I'm talking to you guys in this view, so maybe it's up over here. But that means you guys have caught me in real time. So, you guys can crack jokes with me and leave me little comments and, we can talk together while we stamp. It is Monday, July, wow, where am I? It is August. I'm in reverse here. It is August 23rd. That means we are in week number 53 for our live Facebook videos here. So that means last week we were on week number 52, so we hit our year anniversary, and everybody who liked, shared, and commented got entered into a giveaway for this wonderful little stamp set here. It is brand new. I would not give you guys a used stamp set for a gift, so it's brand new. It's unmounted and all that good stuff. It's the red rubber stamp set. And so, drum roll, this is going to Miss Frida Allsap. I'm not sure if she's in here yet. Normally she comes popping in and she says hi to me. So she's one of our regulars that liked our video or commented. I can't remember exactly. I put you guys all on. I use this little thing. It's called Wheel of Names. And I put you guys in a drawing and Miss Frida won. So Frida, this is coming your way, my dear. All right, if you guys are watching me live right now, that means it is 6 p.m. Pacific and Mountain Standard Time. There you are, Frida. You won this. It will be in the mail to you. Okay, so if it's 6 o'clock here, Mountain Standard Time and Pacific, that means it's 7 Mountain Time and 8 Central Time and 9 Eastern. So if you guys are watching me on the East Coast, thank you for being in here at 9 o'clock at night and watching me. All right, let's see. If you guys are watching from YouTube at a later date, hit that subscribe and that notification bell, because then it'll let you guys know every time I post, a new video. Right now we have the Haunts and Harvest Paper Pumpkin Kit. This is our September kit. So this runs from, I know it's backwards to you guys, so I'll just kind of read this off here really quick. This is from August 11th through September 10th. Experience everything the autumn season has to offer with this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit. Whether you're thinking about crisp red apples or you're ready to carve some spooky jack-o'-lanterns or both, the Haunts and Harvest Paper Pumpkin Kit is a hands-on crafting experience for all autumn lovers. And I am an autumn fan. Oh, excuse me. I am a total autumn fan. Fall is my favorite time of year. I do, like winter because I love the snow, but I do live here in Tucson, Arizona, so snow is very, very rare for us. So, I get to deal with cactus and desert and that kind of stuff. So when it's fall, when we moved here from Oregon, it was really hard for me to get used to the fact that we don't have that crunching, crispy leaves falling on the ground and stuff. We have a whole different terrain here. So, you just get used to things, and we do love it when we go traveling, and we travel during fall, and we get to go, to those greener areas where we do get to see those trees change all those different colors. So I'm always telling everybody, okay, if you're somewhere where they have like fall season, you better be sending me pictures because I love seeing those trees, all those different shades of reds and oranges and yellows, and it's just heaven for me. So that's kind of what this paper pumpkin, when I saw all these leaves, it took me straight into fall. And then, of course, you have those people who are posting pumpkin spice stuff already. Woo! But has this year not flown by extremely fast, it seems like? At least for me, it has. So I can't believe it's already almost September. What happened to this year? Oh, I don't know, but it's all been crazy. So we just roll with it. It doesn't really matter what the time frame is, right? You just do what you got to do. Also, we are in full swing of celebration right now. So celebration is when you earn free product with every $50 that you spend. So I will let you know that in our celebration catalog, we have things that are like DSP, which means designer series paper. We have things like die sets this time in our celebrations catalog. And those things are all going to be first come, first serve. So they're going to be while supplies last, as thank you for throwing some of those thumbs up there. So go ahead and get the things that you want now. Don't wait because it may not be available, because we do have those super, super cute little sheep that are in that catalog that they come, or they don't, you would have to buy them separately. I'm trying to find my little catalog here. Oh, there it is. It was stuck inside of my DSP samplers. But we have things like, we're going to be using this tonight too. This bedazzling paper that is absolutely stunning. You guys wait till you see it tonight. But this is one of those things that it's only going to be as supplies are, available. So don't wait till the end of September and put a big order in and then get really, bummed that you won't be able to order this. I'm not saying that we're close to running out of it, but I'm just saying if you want these specialty products out of celebrations, any of these DSPs, like the Beautifully Penned, or what's this other one over here? The Penguin Playmates DSP. Make sure you get those things added to your orders now. There's that sheep die set. Stamp sets, Stampin' Up makes at the warehouse there. So stamp sets are typically guaranteed to be through the end of the promotion. So Celebrations runs from August 3rd through September 30th. So you've still got a full month, but I'm just letting you know that it is while supplies last. So I wanted to let you guys know that, so you don't think that, oh, I can just wait until the end of September and put this big order in, and then I don't want you guys to miss out. That's what I'm trying to say. Also, during celebrations is an amazing time to join my team. So I have a whole bunch of plethora behind my team, let me tell you. But while Celebrations is going on, if you join my team, it's $99 and you get to pick $125 worth of product, either out of that July, December catalog or our annual catalog. And then you get to pick a free bundle on top of that. So you will find all the details. I do have this PDF on my blog. On all of my blog posts, you will see a graphic of me kind of going like this, and I'm holding the annual catalog. All the information will be in there. There's always links to click on there that will take you right to my join page. But the information for all this is in the back of your Celebrations catalog. Now, if you don't have any of these catalogs, please message me and I will get catalogs in the mail to you right away, because you really want a hard copy of these catalogs because they are so full of inspiration. If you go over to my blog, which is stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com, you can go on any of my blog posts recently. You can go on there and you can download the PDFs of any of these catalogs while you're in the midst of waiting for me to get these mailed to you. Because I'm not a genie. I mean, I know I look like a genie. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not a genie. I can't get to them to you overnight, but I can get them to you as soon as possible if you let me know that you need catalogs. And if you don't have another demonstrator, I would never want to step on any other demonstrator's toes. So if you're looking for a demonstrator, whoop, whoop, I'm your girl. But all the information for these the bundle that you can choose onto your Join starter kit are right here on the back page of your Celebrations catalog, which is page number 19. It lists, and they're full bundles too. Don't get it twisted, sisters. It is a stamp set plus either the matching die set or the matching punch. Just depends on what bundle you decide to go with. All right, I'm gonna flip you guys around. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't tell you guys like news. So those of you that follow me all the time, you've been kind of watching and listening about my parents' new house that is being built. And then we plan on moving into the house that they currently live in, and they'll move to the new house that's being built. Well, they get their final walkthrough of their new house on Wednesday. Oh my gosh, it has been such a long road. I feel so sorry for my mother. She has been so stressed to the max. I really thought she was going to have some bad health issues because of waiting so long on this on that house. COVID has really done a number on the building of that home. But she called me the other day and she goes, holy moly, it's real. It's really, really real. I was like, what are you talking about? And she goes, no, we get to do our final walkthrough and they hand us the keys on Wednesday. So I told her, I go, okay. I said, but you know that every time something they keep saying is going to happen, it always gets kicked back. I'm not trying to, crush your hopes and dreams, but just don't get yourself so excited that you make yourself sick. So she said, no, she goes, it's really real this time. And I go, okay. I said, well, I guess I get to start packing. So we will, in fact, be, I know I had said something about, possibly moving to Idaho, but I just don't think that's in kind of, what needs to happen with us right now. I think our path is for us to move up on the property with my parents and make sure they're all taken care of. And we do have a veteran who lives with us and we take care of him. So I just don't think leaving Tucson right now. I know I don't feel like this is my forever place to live, but me and my husband had a long talk about it, and we've decided that we will keep this as our home. Our home base will be in Tucson, Arizona, because my parents are here. We take care of the older gentleman that lives with us. My daughter, because she's disabled, has a whole team here in Tucson, Arizona. And we've fought for quite a while to make sure she has a strong team to work with each other. So we just kind of decided that, we need to stay grounded here. So that being said, us moving, we will be buying an RV in the near future. Geez, words are extremely hard today. Well, you guys know me, words are hard every day, but we will be buying an RV and we will be doing some traveling. So we kind of decided that if we were to move to Idaho, it would probably take all of our money monthly for a house payment there. If we stay here, we will have enough money that my husband can buy a new car, we can buy an RV, and then we're not stuck anywhere, because then we can go visit whoever we want anytime we want, really. I mean, our house will be kind of mobile, you know? So that's kind of the game plan. It's pretty much set in stone now. I get a little jump the gun-ish, I guess you would say, where I just want to be somewhere where it's so much cooler because I'm really kind of over the heat here, but we just know that that's not something that's going to happen. So I'm just keeping you guys updated because y'all are my people and I love y'all, and you know, you guys are my go-tos. So let's get you guys flipped around so we can go to making these cards. All right, hold on, don't get sick, shut your eyes. All right, I'm gonna slide you guys this way, just a hair. There we go. I think that's pretty good. I think you guys can see down here. Hopefully I won't be down that far. But there is my blog, and Stampin' Up! Has changed some things when it comes to the host code. So I want you guys to know that my host code is posted on every one of my blog posts. Also, it is in the right hand column of my blog. You can go there and you can simply copy and paste and then add it to your order when you, I think it's right when you do the checkout button at the end of the order. Did that just screw you guys up? Nope, I think we're all good. I just had to put my iPad right here so now I can see you, because when I flip you around, I can't see your comments anymore on my phone. I now have to see them on my iPad, so I just had to put my iPad in here. All right, let me get some of my stuff moved. All the papers that I had to tell you guys all the things, you know, because also there is my blog post, or my blog where I post all these things. So just know that it takes me through the night to get my blog up and going for all the cards that we are making today. So know that tomorrow I will post on Facebook, right here on my Facebook page, that I have now put all the recipes, ingredients, all the good stuff on my blog for the cards that we are making tonight. All right? All right, let's get this out of the way. So our first card, we are going to be using the Delicate Dahlias. Now this is in the Celebrations. This one is with a $100 purchase of products. So it's right here. And if you go to Pinterest, you will see a plethora of cards that people have made with this. This is the two-step stamping stamp set. It is absolutely beautiful, so detailed and intricate on this stamp. This stamp stamps on top of this, but you absolutely do not have to use both of them. As they've done here, they've just done the outline. So that is called Delicate Dahlias, or Dahlias, or I don't know how to say that word, but you guys know what I'm saying. I hope, because I don't. Okay, our first card, let me get all the stuff out here. And this is one of those cards that I said we're going to be using a strip of that beautiful, like heavenly, bedazzling, oops, that's not it, wrong one. The bedazzling Celebrations. Now this is earned with a $50 product purchase. It is the most shimmery, beautiful, like video does not do this stuff justice at all. I will, oh, hello Patty. I just saw you pop in here. How are you, dear? And hello, who else do we have? Hello, Frida. Hello, Melanie. All right, let's get this out of the way. So let me tell you what we're going to need here. So our rich razzleberry is 5.5 by 8.5, and we are just gonna simply come in here and fold this in half to make our card base. This is a very simple card, but boy is it beautiful. This is one that you could put the words for sympathy on there, because this stamp set has sending heartfelt sympathy. Can you see that, or is that glare really bad? So you can make sympathy cards with this. I'm going to use the thank you kindly, but then you have oh so happy for you and you inspire me. So there's some great little sayings on here to make, you know, different occasion cards. All right, so that is going to be our card base right there. That's rich razzleberry. Then we need a piece of basic black. This is 3 1/4 by 4. Then our basic white is 3 by 4. Ew, did I cut one of those wrong? Hold on a minute, because that should be 3 1/4. And that's 4. And that's 3 1/4, so that means I cut this wrong. Hold on a second. So this should be 3 by 4. Ew, this one needs to be cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So let me get another piece of black and the basic black and cut that, because that's not going to cut the mustard on this card. So hold on just a second. Let me get a piece of black. Okay, we need 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. There we go. Now that will, there we go. That's what we need. Yep, that's what we needed. Okay, so that is our base. That's going to be our card. Then we need a little strip of the bedazzling. This is 1/4 by 4. Oh, you know what? I was right. This does need to be 4, not 4 1/4. Nope. So the way I had it to begin with was right. So the basic black is 3 1/4 by 4. This is 3 by 4. Okay, so it's all going to be the same length, because we're going to make these kind of off-centered from each other. So that was correct, because this is going to be 4 as well. This piece of vellum needs to be 1 by 5. Okay, so now let's get to stamping. We are going to use STAMPIN, and STAMPIN is that, oh, I put a glue dot on there, but it didn't want to hold that. I had to buy a brand new STAMPIN. And have you guys ever smelled have you guys ever smelled STAMPIN? I know I'm a weirdo. STAMPIN is an amazing smell. It almost reminds me of like a almond oil or something like that. I don't know, it's very weird. Maybe I'm just weird. But ever since I got COVID last Christmas, it's been one of those things that when I can smell something, it just is like, oh, to me, because when I couldn't smell anything, you know, finally you can smell STAMPIN and you're like, yep, I'm good. So I'm going to stamp thank you kindly right in the center of that piece of vellum. You got to appreciate smells when you haven't had your sense of smell in quite some time. Now I'm going to grab that little piece of 3 by 4 white, and I'm using fresh freesia with this. I know normally my mom is in here watching us, so she just called me, and she is on the way down to pick my son up from his cross-country practice. And she calls me and she says, she goes, there is a major accident on the freeway and you need to call you know, my son and tell him that I'm going to be late because he gets out of practice at 5:30, but she called me at like 5:15 and she goes, I'm still over an hour away from getting him. So I told her, I go, well, you know, he's 16, he's a big boy, he'll handle himself. And she just gets so panicked about him. And so I'm going to off-center 2 of these Dahlias or Delight, whatever that word is, because you guys know I can't say it correctly. So she told me, she goes, I'm not going to make it home in time to watch the video, but I'll catch you on the replay. I said, all right, that's good. No worries. All right, so that's all we're doing there, is we're just stamping those 2 flowers. Now, can you see why they call these stamps, they call them distinctive? Because of the fact that there's like darks and lights for the shadowing and shading of that beautiful flower. Okay, so now we don't need our mat anymore. This is now going to get kind of, what do you call it, angled on the black. But first, we are going to glue this little strip of bedazzling. So I'm going to keep this like this. So I want to just put, what I've got on, I'm just going to put just a little strip of glue, because you only want about 1/8 of an inch of this showing. So I'm just going to pop it on there just like that. And then now I can come to the front and make it where I can see however much of that I want popping out. So you can see that I did about 1/8 of an inch showing, just enough to, oh shoot, I wasn't supposed to do that yet. Hold on, don't put that on there yet. Don't do what I just did. Take your piece of vellum and put it in the center here. And what you're going to do is you're going to push back and make a seam on that vellum to have that vellum stick to this. Well, and I already have glue on there. But this way, it's really hard to get vellum on a piece of paper or cardstock without being able to see the tape or the glue or any of that kind of stuff. So for this card, we don't want to see any of the glue dots or anything on this. So if we make it a little bit longer and wrap it on there, then we can kind of angle it and make sure we get it straight. And then you can just take a piece of tape and you can just tape those down. And then on the front side, you're not going to see any of the glue dots underneath it. Now we can take this piece and put it on here. And that's actually kind of good that I took that back off, because now my glue has had a little bit of time to sit and get tacky. Because you know when you first put a stream of glue, it's really kind of movable and that kind of stuff. If you let it sit for just a moment, it will kind of start to turn clear, and it almost gets like a gummy feel to it. Things actually adhere a lot better to your paper when it's at that stage. Just a little trick there. All right, then we're gonna take this. I'm just gonna run some glue across here, and this is now going to get off-centered on this black piece, because I don't want much, but I kind of want to watch my margin up here and my margin down here to make sure it all looks kind of even, just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna grab my my black matte dots, or they're actually called matte black dots. I had it backwards because I'm a backwards kind of girl. No, just kidding. I'm really not. I go straight. Okay, let me grab my take a pick tool, and I'm going to grab some of these big ones. I had an extra pack put on so you didn't go like, wait a minute, where did she just get those from? I had extras, so I just shove them back there because I've already used the little ones off here. So I have these big ones, and I'm just going to place 2 of these. Now I know you're probably going, wait a minute, why is she only putting 2? Because Miss Danny always says things look better in odd numbers. You're right, they do. But in this card, you have 2 flowers. So the 2 black mats, or matte Dots actually look just fine and don't make this card look wonky by any means. All right, now we're going to take it with your black mat is going to be off-centered, but your white piece is going to be straight. You can, by all means, turn it and make your black piece straight and have your white turned. I, myself, like the look of the white piece being straight. It just almost makes the card, I don't know, not look crooked? I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's the word that I'm looking for. I'm not sure if I want to pop this up. No, I think I'm just going to glue it down, actually. So watching my margins on each side. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I didn't tell you guys. When, I'm sure you guys saw my video that I posted, what was it? Was it the end of last week, where we had such a horrible like monsoon rain that it like flooded my whole front yard, my whole driveway, my dirt road, everything. Well, because of that happening, it brought down, like, I literally have the beach sand on my driveway. Today alone, we had to pull 3 vehicles out because of the fact that the sand it's over 2 feet deep. So when a vehicle tries to drive down our road, they're instantly stuck. It's ridiculous. You have to have a 4-wheel drive to live down my road. While my husband normally, let me take a drink really quick. You guys stop and take a drink too. So to get down my driveway, or not my driveway, but down my road, you have to have a 4-wheel drive truck. Well, we have a 4-wheel drive Suburban, but my husband takes it to work every day. So we're kind of like sitting ducks out here. And it really does kind of scare me because, and hence the other reason why we know we need to move, is that if, you know, the guy that lives with us, he has a pacemaker. So if anything was to happen to him, EMS cannot even make it down my dirt road. I have a special needs daughter. If anything happened to her, I would not be able to make it down the road. So it's just been, I mean, this monsoon has really hit us hard. All right, so what do you guys think of that card? Is that not just stunning? And see what I'm saying with this, just that one strip of that bedazzling adds the world to this card. All right, so that is our first card. I would go ahead and put a white mat in here, but I want you guys to see the outside because I don't want to waste too much time, you know, playing with the inside. But the inside of this card, I would actually, you know what? I'm going to do it because I want to stamp the inside of this. Oh, as I just threw everything on the floor. All right, so my inside is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to slam that shut. Okay, I'm going to take that beautiful flower again, along with my fresh freesia, because we can't have an incomplete card, right? Just saying. Okay, and I'm going to take this and I'm just going to do it right down here in the bottom corner, just like that. And then I'm going to grab my Memento Black because I'm stamping on cardstock, so I don't need to use the StazOn this time like I had to use StazOn on my piece of vellum. Otherwise, it would smear like crazy. StazOn is exactly what it's called. It stays on to whatever you stamp it on. So it's one of those things that you can stamp it on acetate or window sheets, whatever you like to call it, and it stays there. It doesn't smear like Memento would. So those are the difference with those two, with the 2 inks. We're also, since we're here and we have this stamp set out, we're going to go ahead and stamp our envelope as well. So let's take our envelope and that stamp again. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stamp this flower in the bottom corner of our envelope. Oops, I think I stuck my finger in that. Just like that. Beautiful, right? Then that would go with our card. because since we're not using really any DSP on this, I mean, we're using the bedazzling, but I wouldn't put a big strip on your envelope because that would be kind of a waste. Then we have that one. So thank you kindly. I'm going to do You Inspire Me. So the way that our new stamp sets sit, this is a photo polymer stamp set. You now have the background on the back, so you can see exactly what your images look like when you go to put them on your stamp case. So they come on 2 pieces of window sheets pretty much. I take them off because they're a lot easier to pull them on and off of here than they are to try to pull off of those window sheets, because it just doesn't work all too great on those. Okay, let me get another block out here so I can do the You Inspire Me. Let me set this down here. Pick that up, and let's stamp this in here. And now the reason why I didn't glue this on the inside of my card yet is because if I flub this up, because I'm human and I make mistakes, if I was to mess that up in any way, I can always flip this over and I have a fresh start, right? We all know that. You have 2 sides to every piece of paper. All right, let me get this inside of this. Yeah, sometimes you have to learn, you know, the hard way by putting your card base in your card first thing, and then it wind up getting jacked up when you go to stamp on it already in here. There you're like, oh, my whole card is destroyed. So stamp everything first, then put it on your card so you're not wasting any of your, you know, hard-earned product. So there is card number 1 along with that matching envelope. Okay. Now, let me move some of this stuff out of the way, and let's go to card number 2. So what do you guys think of that set, that Dahlias? Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I have to show you guys a card really quick. So on, I think this last Friday, I came on and I did my swap cards. I showed them all to you because I joined a swap, and I go on and I come on and I show you guys all the swap cards because I want you guys to see all the amazingness that these crafty, talented people come up with. But I showed this card to you guys like this. This was one that D. Espelana did. I didn't show you guys how amazing this card really is. This is called a window card. Do you see how that stands? Can you guys see that? So it stands like a window box. And then whatever you put on the inside of the card, you bump it up with a dimensional, and then that hooks in there like that. And then you have a little window box. Super cute, right? Oh, I was like, I totally missed the purpose of that card when I showed it to you guys. Like, that's just not fair. I didn't show you guys the awesomeness of what she did with this card. So I'm thinking in my mind, we will make one of these next Monday. So be prepared next Monday to get the dimensions to make this card too. Because as hard as it looks, it's really not. It's just score lines and you're golden. So be prepared for that next week. All right, let's bring the next card in here. We're going to be using some more of that bedazzling paper because I'm just in love with it. And we're using the new Sparkle of the Season. This kind of replaced, if you guys remember last year in our annual catalog, we had a wreath. I don't remember what the name of it was, but we had the wreath. Well, this kind of, where did I put the, oh, there they are. Oh, I didn't put this inside of there, but it kind of took the place of our wreath dies that we had before. So you've got kind of your Christmas spruce sprigs. Then you've got this one that is a wreath with like the little stars. Very cute for Halloween cards, might I add. You have this one that has like the leaves on it. So it's more for fall. Then you have like the little broomstick, the little bat. Then you've got holly leaves, and then regular leaves for this one. So it's just and then you have a little pumpkin too for Halloween, or for fall actually. So let's get into this card, and I'm going to show you. We're going to use, this is going to be a fall card, so I'm going to show you how to use this set for fall. And then with the stamp set, you have Thankful for You, Happy Halloween, Merry Christmas, May the Sparkle of the Season Warm Your Heart and Home, and Grateful. What an amazing set, right? Oh, I know, the internet is horrible. I'm sorry, Patty. We're having issues down here. Oh, it's called a bay window card. That's right. Yes, internet is horrible. No, I get it. I have the same issues here. My iPad keeps stopping on me, and I kind of have to just roll through it. So then if you miss anything, just know that this will pop back up on Facebook when I'm done being live. And by tomorrow, I will have it up, because the internet running so slow, it takes me through the night to upload my video over to YouTube. So just know that you can go back to my YouTube, or you can go to the Facebook page here, and you can watch this at any time, rewind, fast forward, stop listening to me talk all the time, and see what you need to see. Okay, so what we need for this card is we are going to use a piece of crumb cake as our card base. Then we need a piece of early espresso. Okay, so you guys know that I'm such a coffee freak, right? So this is like the best paper next to coffee, because it's called early espresso. Just saying. So this is 4 by 5 1/4, because our card base is 8.5 by 5 1/2. We're gonna score this, or not score it, we're gonna fold it, because since it's going a regular card base, we don't necessarily need to fold this. Now, if we were going to be doing it long ways, I always suggest that you score those, because they just don't fold quite the way that they need to. Okay, there's our card base. This is 1/4 inch smaller than our card base. Then we need a piece of our, we are using the Peaceful Place Specialty Designer Series paper. I have to stand up to make sure you guys can see it without the horrible glare that sometimes happens with my light. But this is the Peaceful Place. It's got this gorgeous, one side is kind of a matte finish. The other side has this gorgeous metallic silver foil in those papers. And this thing, like I said, doesn't do it justice on film, but let me see if I can pull out a piece really quick so you guys can get the look of that. I think you guys have seen it before. Oh, I think it's put away. Maybe I'm not. Oh, here it is. Yeah, let me show you a piece of this just to let you get a shimmer of that, to know what I'm talking about when you see. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? And one side of each of these, this card pack, or paper pack, has the metallic finish to it. Okay, so early espresso. So we're using that Designer Series paper, and we are going to use that buffalo check, but the grays and stuff in that, the smoky slate and basic gray. My daughter just came in to say hi to us, but it was a little too late because I told my husband to bring her in to let you guys say hi to her when I was still facing forward, but you guys won't be able to see her at the moment. But she wanted to come in and say hi to everybody, but it's just not going to work today. Okay, so that's our, what did I say? Peaceful Place Designer Series paper. So the flip side of this has that foiling on it like I was showing you. but today we're going to use the matte side because it's just as pretty. Then, wait for it, we're going to come in with this piece of bedazzling. This is 3/4 by, or 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. That's going to go there. Then we're going to need a piece of, just a little strip of smoky slate. And this is 5/8 by 2 3/4. And then you're going to need a scrap of pumpkin pie. Do you see where I'm going with the colors here? And then you're going to need a piece of crumb cake. This piece is 1 1/4 by 4. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of, these are, I think these are 4 by 4s. Hold on, let me check. Because these are what we're going to cut our wreaths with. This is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Yep. So these are both 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 strips. So let me bring in our boss machine because we need to cut out some die cuts for this. Okay, I thought I cut my, maybe I didn't. Okay, so, oh, I don't want to make that slam because that would be awfully loud. All right, let's get my pieces out here. Okay, so plate 1, plate 2, and then we have another plate 2 here. And we're going to be using our leafy one right here. The one that has the leaves on it. Is this gonna fit in this one? Ooh, it might just fit. I didn't even measure to see if it would fit in this one. All right, so we're gonna cut it on the early espresso. Okay, so run that through. Okay. And then this is kind of a little intricate, so you kind of got to be careful when you're pulling these little leaves out so you don't wind up breaking them, because they can kind of be a little booger and they kind of get stuck in the paper, but just be easy with it and they will come right out. This isn't one of those things that you can take your roller brush and roll, because it won't quite work that way. Then you've got, you know, these couple little pieces right here that you just want to take out. Just like that. Yeah, I'll have to tell my husband next week to bring her in a little bit earlier so she can say hi. Well, she can't say hi because she's nonverbal, but she can at least, you know, let you guys see her and she can tell you hi, because she really talks a lot with her eyes. Okay, now we need to do this again on the crumb cake. So let's put this like this. Let's run it through. Okay, there's our crumb cake one. Yeah, I forgot to tell him earlier that she needed to come in a little bit earlier when, you know, I was in the middle of my spiel. She's doing really good. She's, you know, still seizure free, so we are always so thankful for that. Okay, there we go. Let's, come on. I just get it apart and then it likes to stick. Okay, let's get these little, I should have probably already had these die cut, but I really wanted to show you that, you know, they're really kind of easy to get out, but they are kind of time consuming, especially when you're on camera, right? Okay, come on, one little piece. All right, there's our crumb cake one. Now we need to cut out some pumpkins. let's get that. Then also, where's my pumpkin? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's slide this out of here. Why do I have this in here goofy? You know what? This needs to go this way. I wonder why I'm struggling with getting my stuff out. It actually needs to go in with my stamp set, but I just haven't done that yet. I just kept it in here. All right, get that out of the way. Now let's do some pumpkins. As you can see, when I made my card, to be able to, I always have to make a dummy card, as you would call it, because I have to see exactly how I've done it, because in my mind, if I was to try to keep every card done in my mind, holy moly, it just wouldn't happen. Okay, so there's one pumpkin. I know that was kind of mean to have you guys see me have to throw my die, but I will tell you that if any of your paper, your cardstock ever gets stuck in your die, just lightly tap it down, and 9 times out of 10, your paper falls, your cardstock will fall right out of it. So, and you're not hurting anything by tapping that die. It just seems to just work. Okay, one more pumpkin, and then, oops, my pumpkin moved, darn it. Where's my washi tape? Oh, it's a big enough piece that, okay. See how my little pumpkin is stuck in there? If I just toss it down, my little die cut piece falls out, and then I'm not throwing it so I don't lose my die. All right, so let's get this thing out of the way, and I need to immediately put this little pumpkin back in my my die set here, because little tiny pieces like that seem to disappear in all this. I mean, let's just be honest, it happens. Okay, let me move this. Okay, there's my 3 pumpkins. Here's my card base. Now let's start. Let me do one thing really quick here since we have this out. I'm grabbing my piercing mat, and then I'm going to be using some of this. It is called the White Glitter Organda Ribbon. Organdy. Okay, let me pull this off of here. And then I'm gonna need, not a real long strip because it's just gonna wrap around and we're gonna tape it. I'm then going to grab my dark pumpkin pie. This is my Stampin' Blends. These come in sets of light and dark. I'm just gonna take the big end of this. I didn't mean to flip you guys the naughty finger, so don't think that I was being rude on that one. I just didn't even realize I did it. just disclaimer, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, there we go. That should be plenty width to go around my card. Okay, now let me grab my ribbon scissors so I can make sure I get this thing cut. Okay. Alright, that's gonna sit and dry for a minute. Get this up. Or actually, let's go ahead and stamp our word. I'm using the word grateful, and that is going to go on my piece of smoky slate, and I'm doing that in early espresso. Just like that. So don't forget to like, comment, or share, and you will be entered into a drawing that you can pick next week. If you're the winner, you get to pick one of these cards that I'm making for you tonight, and it will come straight to your mailbox. I do not add any wording or anything to the inside. I don't write anything. So you can now take that card and share it with whomever you wish. All right, so we're gonna take the early espresso piece and my designer series paper here and glue those two together. So yeah, all you have to do is come in, hit that little thumbs up or hit that little heart, and you're golden. You're now entered into the drawing. But then make sure you come back next week, because I don't have everybody's address. So if you are the winner, if you are the winner, I will post it in the comments if you don't come in during next week's video and see that you're the winner. I always post it in the comments, so then you can come in throughout that next week and see that I have put your name in the comments to see if you're the winner, if you can't make it. But always try to come in and watch the replay, because then you can come in and like, share, or comment, and then you can be entered again. So it's just that easy. So I'm going to take this piece now. This was that strip of my crumb cake, and this is going to go right in the center, and it's going to bump up to my early espresso. So it won't be the full length of this. It won't be the full width of my card base, but it's the full width of the early espresso. Oops, that needs to get moved up a little bit. Hold on. Never mind. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. You guys didn't see nothing. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. But first, we're going to grab that piece of white. Sometimes you can pull that up, but it was starting to tear the my DSP. So we're just gonna leave it where it is. And then we're gonna take that after I lined it up to go down the center of that crumb cake. Then I'm just gonna take a piece of tape and go just like that. And then now we're gonna make sure that is centered and do the same thing over here. Because Stampin' Up! Doesn't make a pumpkin pie ribbon, but voila! With the magic of Stampin' Blends, I just made pumpkin pie. Whew, pretty talented that I am, right? I give myself too much credit. Okay, now with this, I need to grab my glue dots, mini glue dots, and I need to just put one on each one of my leaves. Like, oops, wait a minute, I need to do this one first. They'll fit just perfect on some of these bigger leaves. I'm almost out of my glue dots. I have another package, but it's over in my, I had a live in-person class this last week, and I took all my mini glue dots with me because we had to put a couple cards together that required the mini glue dots. Oops, I got stuck to my finger. So, whatever I'm trying to say, I have more since I'm running out here. All right, this is going to now get laid right on here, just like that, with those few leaves that I put the mini glue dots on. So I just kind of stagger those mini glue dots, so not the rest of it is glued down, but just these big main leaves are going to be glued down. Okay, let me do it to this one also. I see we have Priscilla Stevens in here. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay, and let's see, what else do I need to do? Oh, I need to do it on this one right here. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of see how these two leaves are the same as those right there. I'm going to just kind of take this and turn it. So I'm kind of going to put a single leaf up there, so my leaves are kind of staggered. Does that make sense that I'm staggering them so they're not all on top of each other? Just like that. Okay, so you can still see both layers underneath there. And then I'm just going to push where I have those mini glue dots so that stays in place. Then on my little grateful here, I'm going to take my paper snips And I'm just going to, I'm going to go this way. And I'm just going to angle a little piece off of that. And then I'm just going to take this underneath here with mini glue dots and put that back underneath that. Oh yeah, see, I'm at the last one here. Let's hope that we can find, oh nope, we're out. It's okay. I'll go like this. I'll just put a glue dot on there. Like that. All right, now this is going to go underneath here, but kind of stick out a little bit off of this side over here, like that. So you can still see this leaf, but it's gonna go right like that. Cute, right? Okay, now we're gonna put this on dimensionals and put that on our card base. Okay, but before we do that, let's get this glued to the base card. So what did you guys do this fine Monday? Did you guys have to work today? See me working today? Doesn't this look like a fun job? Like, really? I do love my job. I do have to say that. This is probably the most rewarding job I've ever had in my life. And I can stay home with my kids. Well, especially my daughter. My oldest is in high school, so he goes to school. But other than that, I get to be a stay-at-home mom. That's wonderful. All right, so let's get these little pumpkins adhered to here. So I'm just going to put like a little couple of dots of glue on this. One is going to go kind of like right up here. Because since I ran out of glue dots, we're going to have to just roll with regular glue, which is fine. Okay, then we'll put some more on this side over here. And then put this pumpkin there. Okay, and then I need a mini, not mini glue dots because those are done for, but I need a little mini dimensional. And that's going to go right in the middle of the back of that pumpkin. And then this pumpkin is going to go right, not cover up our grateful, but kind of go in the center of those two pumpkins, just like that. Adorable, right? Isn't that cute? And with that bling, woo! Something about bling, I tell you. Okay, let's get our card base, our inside of our card, not base. We've already done the base. This is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take, see, this is what I was talking about. Oh, let me get all, see, I have all these little bits and pieces cut out that I just leave in there. This is how these come. They come with these sheets of acetate. It will be stuck to this, and then this will be stuck to the top of that. So this will just be kind of free floating with your stamp set. Then you take them off and put them on here. But I haven't taken that top sheet off just because I guess I'm lazy. I don't know. Call it what it is. I don't know. I guess I get forgetful. That's the word, forgetful. I'm going to grab crumb cake. Well, maybe. I thought I had it sitting right here. My goodness. Oh, there it is, of course, on the bottom shelf. And I'm going to stamp this. Now, I don't know what wording I'm going to put in this. I might have to come back and put a different sentiment inside of it, just like that. And then I think I'm going to do the little autumn leaves. Where did I put my early espresso? There it is. Put a couple couple of the little leaves on that, just like that. And then I will put a saying in the inside of that, because I mean, I could do grateful, thankful for you. Would that be good? Let me know what you guys think. Or would that just be kind of overkill on the grateful, thankful for you? Throw me some thumbs up, some hearts if you guys think that I should add the thankful for you in the inside of that wreath. Okay, yes, we're gonna do it. Is that what we decided? Is that we're gonna put thankful in there? Oops, you know what? I gotta fit that on there better. Okay, let's put that in the middle, because I think it needs it. Thankful for you. How cute. Woo, love it. Love it, love it. Okay. Now let's get that put in the center of this card. Oh, you guys, wait till you see the last card that I'm going to do. The next card is so cool. And I don't know what the fold is called. So maybe you guys can help me out, because I know you guys follow all these card things and you guys are also savvy when it comes to making cards. Maybe you guys can tell me the name of the fold. All right, so there is our grateful, cute little wreath pumpkin card. And then that's the inside. What do you guys think? Don't you love all that sparkle and bling? Woo! Beautiful card. Okay, so let me get this stuff cleaned up here. And let's get to this last card. All right, let's move some of this out of the way. Ooh. Okay. Stamps everywhere. Oops, I forgot to put my little wreaths away. I'll put them in that in a minute. All right, so beautiful, right? Okay, let's get to this really neat, fancy fold, but I don't know what it's called. Story of my life, right? All right, so I got the inspiration off of, well, hold on, I'm gonna wait. Bing! That was just a little trickster there. I was gonna show you a little teaser of it, but you guys already got to see it on Friday when I showed you guys my swap cards, because it was one of the swap cards that I got, and I got inspiration from it, and I decided, hey, I'm going to show you guys how to make that card. So, we are going to be using the Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper. Very great, like traditional Christmas colors. And it comes in a 6x6 pack like this. As you can see, I've cut some of mine apart, but there is a lot of paper in here. I think it's like 4 or 6 pieces of each design on there. And then there's that side. Beautiful colors. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. We're also going to be using the basic border dies. I'm going to be using this zigzag right here, and I'm going to show you how to cut this border that I'm going to make. You need a full piece of, whoops, there's my dummy card. You're going to need an 11 by 4 1/4. So this is just your full cardstock, just cut down the center at 4 1/4. Okay, and then we're going to do some scoring on this. All right, so I'm going to move the borders over there, and then I am using the Tidings and Trimmings stamp set. Now this is in your annual catalog, And there are the dies. I am in absolute love with this star right here. Wait till you guys see how intricate this top piece of this star turns out. You guys are gonna be just in awe. You're gonna want this set like yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna be using that match that paper. I'm gonna be using Mary Merlot and, or no, I didn't mean Mary Merlot. I don't know why I grabbed that. I needed Cherry Cobbler. See, they're kind of close. That's why I messed up and grabbed the wrong one. But we are gonna need Cherry Cobbler and Soft Succulent, which is one of our new in colors. And then those are the stamps that we're going to be using right there. And then let's get all of our pieces. So the cardstock that you're going to need, this is going to go on the front of this layer. Once you see me score this, you're going to know kind of how this is going to go. But this is your card piece. It's just one layer. And this is thick, basic white cardstock. This is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So it's your basic standard size of a card. Let's go ahead and start scoring this. All right, let me put that up there so I don't lose it. Okay, I might ask you guys later, hey, what did I do with that zigzag? Just know that I placed it up there. Okay, I'm gonna move this and then open up my arm. All right, so with this, we are going to score it at 3. So place it right on your 3 line. Make sure you're using your light gray. Am I up in frame enough? You're using your light gray score blade. Don't by accident grab your cutting blade because that would just kind of ruin everything. So score it at 3. Then move it to 5.5. Score it again. Score it at 8. And then scored at 9.5. So 3, 5.5, 8, and 9.5. Okay? So can you guys see all the score lines in there? You should have 4 score lines. Okay, so when you turn this, this is going to be your bottom piece. Then you're going to want to fold your long strip at that first score line there, varnish that, then fold back in, varnish that again, fold in. You're kind of doing a zigzag. Oh, maybe this is called an accordion card. I don't know. Maybe you guys know. Like I told you, I couldn't find the name of it. And then you're going to fold one more time. All right, that is your card piece. This is now going to go onto this, and that is going to be your card. Pretty nifty, right? Because it's still going to fit perfectly fine in an envelope. But let me get the rest of this together for you guys. All right, you're going to need a piece of, this is Evening Evergreen, and this is 4 by 5 1/4 because it is 1/4 of an inch smaller than that. So it's going to get adhered right to that. And I have taken this piece and I ran it through, oh, excuse me, the Painted Textures 3D embossing folder. Just because, I get it, it's not Christmassy because we are making a Christmas card, but I just wanted a hint of texture just to kind of make the background kind of still stand out. But we do have some Christmas embossing folders. Ooh, I have to get my glue booger off there. That would be perfect for this as well, or any embossing folder, to be honest with you. Okay, this is just going to go right on here. Oh, and do know that if you join my team, there is no gimmicks, there is no hidden agendas or anything about joining my team. I need to make that very clear to everybody, that you don't have to make a business out of it. You can absolutely just do it for the discount if that's what you want to do. even if you just want to get the starter kit for $99, that's the last thing you ever have to do. Just being honest with you guys. Okay, now the pieces that we're going to need for this little piece here is you're going to need a piece of 2 3/4 by 4. Your next piece is going to be 2 1/4 by 4, and then 1 1/4 by 4. Okay, so as you can see, well, I kind of have them set out backwards here, but this is going to go on this one, this is going to go on this one, and this is going to go on this one. Okay? Ooh, I have hair on my face. Then we're going to need a piece of our gold foiling. Ooh, that's probably glaring, something fierce. These are, what did I cut these to? Maybe I didn't write down the dimensions. I think I just took scraps. I think it was a 3 by 3. Yep, 3 by 3 of your evening evergreen and your gold foil. Now, to save time, I have already cut these things out. So you're going to cut out the big outline star, which is this one right here, and you're going to do that in the evening evergreen on your piece of 3 by 3 and run that through the thing, and you're going to come out with that piece there. Then you're going to grab your intricate star, which is the inside, so your innie and your outie. I know they're not belly buttons, but that's just what I say. And then you're going to put that on the gold, and by the magic of TV, boom, this is what you get when you run that through. So this is going to get stuck on that. Beautiful, right? Look at how that gold pops on that evening evergreen. Then the piece that is really what makes this card spectacular is these are pieces that are 1 1/4 by 5. I know mine are longer. I just didn't cut them down at 5, but I will do that really quick. I just kind of pulled them out to make sure I had them. Then I just have a little strip of basic white, which I think this was at a 3/4. Yep, 3/4 by whatever length. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you're going to stamp your cheers from our home to yours. We're just going to stamp that on there in the real red. I had to buy new blades because my blades were starting to make everything kind of shred. All right, let me move this stuff and let's get stamping some of our pieces. And then we're going to get these die cut. And then we're going to get that glued. So let me take my little white piece, because here's the thing. And maybe this is just me because you guys know how I am. But when I stamp anything that is cherry cobbler, real red, anything that is red, it always takes forever to dry. Okay, so I'm going to take my cheers, and I'm just going to stamp this right on here. Hopefully I got that straight. I can't put my head too far. Oh, that's beautiful. Can't put my head too far underneath there, otherwise you guys are going to see just the top of my head, and who wants to see all that gray, right? Not me, but hey, it's just the way it is. And then we're going to stamp this little inside, but let's get the little pieces put on here first so you guys can start seeing how this gets put together. All right, this little piece, and look at the back of that. That's this back side of that paper. Beautiful, right? Okay, this is going to go right here. Oops, I like it better like this. I don't know if there's a direction or not, but in my mind it just looked better going facing this direction. Make sure I have everything lined up. Okay, our next little piece is right here. That's going to get this red. And look, the back side of that is trees. But your directions are different because your lines go this way, but then your trees go this way. So watch when you go to cut anything. Look at there, I almost put the glue on the wrong side. Huh, that would not have been good. Just watch the directions on both sides when you go to do your cutting, so you make sure you cut everything the way you need your paper facing. Okay, then we're going to grab, that's that soft succulent. Okay, that is going to go on here. Oh, Melanie, if you're still watching, what was the whole point of you guys going to the east, you know, side of the world, or not the world, but the U.S.? Do you guys have family that lives over there, or you guys just decided to just take a vacation and just travel? Sorry, I had to take a drink. Okay, so let's get the inside of this stamped, because like I said, when it comes to red, we just need to do what we need to do and get it to start drying before I touch anything. Okay, then I'm taking the other little sentiment that says, wishing you a joyful Christmas and Happy New Year. Tap, tap, tap. And then that's going to go right in the middle here. Oh, beautiful. I love it when it turns out the way it should. Then I'm going to grab my soft succulent along with these little sprigs, these little leafy things. I don't know what the heck they are. I'm just going to stamp this right down there, just like that. I think that is plenty for this card because you've already got your papers. You can also put another little sentiment or something in there. But remember, once this goes, oops, I better not shut that because it'll bleed onto that other piece until it dries. Once we get this on here, hold on, let me kind of hold this where I can show you without that ink. You will have this whole back side to still be able to write to your friends and family for this Christmas card. And then let me get this piece glued. So for something that's intricate like this, I will take my silicone mat along with my little clampy binder clamp, like that. And I will make sure I get all the fuzzies off of here from when I just washed it and dried it with a towel. I will hold this little piece upside down because that's our gold foil. I'm going to just squirt a little blob of glue. Then I'm going to hold this over here and just kind of dab some glue around on my sponge and then just start tapping that glue all around this. Now the whole thing is sticky on the back. See, as you can see, it's stuck to my finger. This will then now go into my sink and get washed. But then now the whole back of that is sticky, and then I can just stick it right to my star. Ah, I got that stuff on my fingers, and then there you go. Now your star is stuck. Now, for these pieces right here, these were the 1/4 by 5. Like I said, I know mine's longer. We're going to need to get out our, I'm using the mini machine right now, the Mini Boss, because it's just easier on my desk than bringing the big clunky chunky one over here. But your big clunky chunky one would work as well. Okay, plate 1, plate 2. Then, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to line all 3 of my pieces on top of each other. Yes, by all means, this cutting machine will cut all 3. I haven't done it in the small boss, but I know my big boss did it. So I'm hoping and praying that the little one will do just as much as the big one does. Then I'm just going to lay that right on the middle. I want it to be, I guess my little piece is a little bit smaller. I'm going to lay that there, and then I'm going to grab, actually I'm not going to grab washi tape because I don't think it's necessary. Because as soon as I start cutting this, it should all stay in place. We will hope. Maybe not. Nope, we need washi tape. That's going to move that around, and we don't want it to move. So let me just get a little piece of washi tape here so I can put that on there and make sure nothing moves around. Okay, there we go. Let's try this again. And that paper moved. Let's try this again. We will get there. Where there's a will, there's a way. Oh my Lord. Why do you have to move? Okay, there we go. Now, rolling, keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Ride. Okay, and I'm gonna roll back one more time just for good measure, because to just make sure it made it through all 3 layers of that paper, but I've never had a problem with it not. Yep, and it worked. Woohoo! See? Sometimes it likes to prove me wrong because I'm on film, right? Isn't that the way it works? You're like, no, trust me, it works, and then it doesn't, and then you're like, oh, gee, now I just look like a big old turd. But it worked. Don't like it look when I look like a big old turd. Then I'm just gonna, because like I said, if you do a 5-inch strip, it will come in 2 pieces like that. But just know that both sides are the same. So you pretty much just made 2 cards with your 1 strip that you just ran through there. And that's always awesome because you don't want to cut it more than. And look at that. All 3 pieces cut. You saw that, right? So I wasn't fitting. I didn't use my magic at that moment. All right. So let me show you what we're going to do with this. Oops, I forgot a plate. Now, let's bring this over here. And I'm going to take the soft succulent. Now this piece right here, I didn't even tell you guys. Jeez, what's wrong with me? I used that amazing shimmer vellum right here. This is a shimmery vellum. It comes in all 5 of our new in colors. So you have your soft succulent, your pale papaya, your polished pink, your evening evergreen, and your fresh freesia. And you get 2 sheets of each one of these, and they're 12 by 12. So it is an amazing pack. And the shimmer of that, and you can even stamp on it. Ooh, well, of course, because it's vellum, right? It is very pretty, very shimmery, just really pops on your projects. Okay, so we're gonna grab the first piece, the soft succulent, and we're just going to adhere those 2 together. So I'm just gonna run a little strip, if I can hold it still. Do I have a booger on there again? A glue booger? And then just maybe if my glue will cooperate here. And then I'm going to take my gold foil and I'm going to put that, I'm going to line up my zigzags, which I didn't do very well right there. And then make sure I leave about a quarter, maybe an 1/8 of an inch in between the soft succulent and the gold. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this cherry cobbler. Now this is going to be hidden, so you don't stress about being able to see any of that. And then you're going to lay that on top of that and then kind of move it. The good thing with Tombow glue, this multi-purpose glue, is you have wiggle room. That's another reason why this is kind of my always go-to glue, because I always have enough time to move things around and get them into place. It's not like super glue that once it's stuck, it's stuck. Nope, you got some wiggle room here. All right, so what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna now take this and glue this piece on here and then cut off my excess that I don't need. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna kind of set that there and kind of know, okay, I need some glue right along in here, and then go all the way up because it's 4 inches, so just like that. And then I'm gonna set this, make sure I don't have glue in my hands and mess anything up. Set that right there. Move that out a little bit, because with this, you have a, can you see that? You have kind of the little dotted, what do they call that? Almost like a tick mark around that, and I want you guys to be able to see that. So just like that. Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab my scissors and I'm gonna go right along my white piece, but I'm gonna flip this over and no, I'm not. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna cut here and just go straight like that. And then over here, I'm gonna have to do it this way and just go straight like that. Oh, and I messed a little bit, so hold on. Because that will bug me if I can see any of that piece sticking out. Just like that. Voila. Okay, so just line it up on your sides and just cut off your 2 end pieces. And now this is going to get adhered directly on your back mat. So let me get some glue all over this. So hey, Melanie, if you're on here, what's the name of this card? Since you knew what the window card was called. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm watching my margin up here and my margin down here. And making sure that the back of my card, I'm not covering up any of that evening evergreen. I'm not going completely to the edge because I still want to see a little bit of that green. So I'm going to actually push this way just a little bit. There we go. There we go, because I want to see a little bit more of that green down this edge. Okay, make sure that's all stucco. Because of the texture back here, I have to really apply pressure to this to make sure that that adhesive seeps in to the places that are kind of raised and lowered from the embossed folder that I used on that evening evergreen. Okay, so that should be good and dry. Like I said, don't throw these away because now you have another card that you can use with those layers, and you can mix them up and do whatever you need to do with those. Let me get this star. Now this star is going to go on the front of our card right like that. So it's going to be off-centered a little bit. It's not going to be standing straight like a star would be, which, I mean, you by all means can do that. But I'm going to turn mine and just kind of angle it a little bit. Now what I like to do for this is I like to hold my finger kind of right in the center because I know I just want to rub glue just on that one side because I'm not adhering the whole star down because I want my card to still be able to open, so I know I don't want glue on this side of my star. Okay? So I'm going to hold my finger there and just put some glue on the side of the star and then stick that down just like that. Ah, well, and then that thing just came off. Well, let me put some glue back on this. Apparently I didn't have it as stuck down as I thought I did. Or I had more glue on my hands than I did on the back of the star. Okay, just running some glue down the sides of that. And let's try this again. Now, Mr. Star, you are to stay on my green. Now see, that's why I don't like doing it that way, because then you wind up getting glue. And see, and you guys know that the cards that I send you as your giveaway, I make another card over here. That's why I always make a dummy card. So when things like this go wrong, I'm definitely not going to give you a card with glue all over the place because that's just not my style. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to take the little cheers and I'm going to kind of look and see. I'm going to butt it all the way up against my designer series paper there. So I'm going to cut kind of right here. And we're going to play this and see how this works. Now I'm going to use my Banners Pick-a-Punch. Flip this over and slide it into the little piece with the side wing window thingies there. And seeing this is probably, no, that's not gonna work. All right, I'm not gonna do it that way. Never mind. I'm gonna do it this way because it's not long enough. I'm gonna take this and cut these up. So if you just take one little slice up the middle of your whatever size piece you're using, this is a 3/4, and then you can cut out your banner, right, like that. Then you have like a little banner. Okay, and that's exactly what, oops, I think I want it a little bit shorter. So let me go up just a little bit more. Just like that. Okay, that's gonna be better. Yep, because we don't want it hanging over the star, but that works there. Now let me grab a couple of my dimensionals because we want to pop that up. Okay. We're almost done, you guys, I promise. I know you guys have been so patient in watching me do this. There we go. Voila! Now, you could, I've seen it done on some of these, is some people make a belly band. Oops, let's get that scrap off there. Make a belly band to hold this card closed. I like the fact that when I go to pull this out of an envelope, or whoever your recipient, when they pull this out, it's going to kind of spring out at them, and they're going to know that this card pops open like that. Are we still... Ugh, my internet is being poops. So when it pops open and they pull it out of the envelope, then they can see the whole beautifulness of that card. What do you guys think? Do you like that card and that fun fold? Is that just the coolest thing ever? And then of course with some gold on there, that always helps, right? So then know that you still have this whole back piece of the cardstock that you can still write to your recipients and all that good stuff. And then you can also write in here. But yeah, so let me bring out all 3 of the cards that we just made because I like showing you guys what you guys can win for next week. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, so here is one of the other ones that I made of this because I want to show you the difference. But this is where I got the inspiration. This was one of the swap cards that I showed you guys in Friday's video. Look at what she did on that. Isn't that so pretty? And she used this little ripply looking border on this one. And isn't that paper beautiful? That's that Expressions in Ink. Yep, pretty cool. So Patty Skiba made this card. So I just thought that was the coolest card, and I knew I needed to replicate something for you guys, but I wanted to do it Christmas because we are coming to those times in the year where we need to start thinking about making our Christmas cards. But I wanted to do one in gold, or one in gold, and then one in silver to show you guys the difference, that they are both equally beautiful, but you get kind of 2 different looks. All right, let me grab the other cards that we made today. We came in with this grateful one was, oops, let me move this one because we didn't make that one today, but we did this little pop-up card, and then, I was going to say, what the heck did I do with it? But it's right here by my feet. And then we did this little thank you kindly card with that delicate dahlias, or however you say that, because I just can't. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, is it Louise? Lois, that's it, Lois Henderson. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for sticking around, and I love the new wreath stamps. I know, it took over. That's called the Seasons, where did I just put it? Sparkle of the Seasons. Yes, this one. So just know that all the links and everything to these products will be over on my blog tomorrow. I will put all the dimensions and the ingredients and all the instruction. Well, this video will be attached to that, so then you don't have to hear me yabber, because I like to do that a lot. And then you guys can just fast forward and see, you know, how to put the cards together. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I will see you guys next Monday. I might pop in throughout the week if I get some cards in to show you guys, because you guys know how I love sharing cards with you guys. I have made some other ones, so I might just pop in and make a little quick Facebook Live. So, you guys have a great week. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Love you guys all. Have a good one. Bye-bye.